Hi guys! Oh my gosh! First of all, thank you so much for all of your subscribes, for all of your comments and kind words and encouragement. Y'all have made me so dang excited for this YouTube channel. I'm beside myself. So, I've been reading all of your comments and I really appreciate your suggestions. And today, I listened to your suggestions and look what I'm doing. I'm going to do a pageant tutorial for you. So, if you want to know how to do your makeup for the stage, or if you just like this glam for a night out, stay tuned. So many of you may not know that when you're in a pageant, like say I was in the Miss America pageant, you can't have someone do your makeup. You have to do your own makeup. So I had to learn to do pageant makeup before my pageant career started. Another side note, if you can't already tell, I'm like really not a pageant girl. So, you know, I'm all about being real and being who you are and all that jazz. That sounded really pageanty. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to start, and I've already prepped my face. Of course, you want to start with a clean face, and you want to use a moisturizer. I use the Mario Badescu. I'm going to link all these things below. And then, this is a real important step, the primer. Y'all, this is so... Oh my gosh, my mom said I sound like Paula Deen in my makeup videos. I was really happy. And I just realized why she said that when I said, y'all, check out this primer. Okay, but anyways, check out this primer, really. You need a primer that's gonna really mattify your face for pageants because you don't want any shine and you're gonna be sweating real bad, or I sweat real bad in pageants. So I covered my whole face with this. Okay, I'm going to start with my face today because I'm going to do a technique that's called baking to my face. And y'all, before people were doing contour and such, I was doing contour and such for the pageants because I learned from my beautiful soul of a drag queen friend named George Timothy Reed. He taught me how to do contour and pageant makeup before it was cool. So, okay. I'm going to go in with the foundation that I used on my last video. I always use this when I want full coverage. I'm going to use the MAC Face and Body in the C2, one squirt of that, one pump of the Dior Forever in 23, and then I'm going to do definitely on the stage look, on the pageant looks. You're going to want to do that tip that I taught y'all last time, where I do one pump of this Pro Longwear Concealer. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go in with the Pro Longwear Concealer again in NC25. I'm just going to go in with this MAC brush. This is the MAC 247. And lighter and darker in your contour areas, lighter in your lighter areas, darker in your darker areas is fine for a pageant. Fine for any on stage type of makeup that you're doing. Because remember how far back people are, you know? So that's a shade lighter than I would typically put under my eyes, but it's a pageant. Well, like I said, back in Nam when I did the Miss America pageant, we had to get ready in tents. I don't know if they still do that. Okay. Now, you can use cream contour for stage. Like I said last time, if you use cream contour for an everyday kind of look, you're going to look real creamy. But if you use it for stage, it can really work for you. So I'm going to go in with this Pro Longwear LA Girl Pro Conceal. And this is the color Toast. And I'm just going to hit my cheek right here. Y'all, I know that you're looking at me like, are you crazy? I ain't crazy. Well, we'll talk about that in another video, but... Okay, and like I said, time is of the essence when you're getting ready for a pageant. That's why I've chosen this and not one of those, like, real fancy kit-like things for the cream contour. Because this is easier to me. So I'm going to go in with my Beauty Blender. I've already wet my Beauty Blender. Shout out to all the people who told me you didn't know that you were supposed to wet the Beauty Blender. I'm glad that I told you something new. Okay, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to hit that dark. Make sure you go all the way up into that hairline. I'll do a real quick hair tutorial for you at the end too. Okay. You're gonna blend that dark. And it's really okay if it seems like, whoa, drag queen, because it's kind of the look you go for in a pageant. I like a good drag queen. Alright. That Pro Conceal that I'm putting on right now is like $2.99. I know, are you serious? Okay, you can keep 2 beauty blenders on hand too to do the light and the dark. Sometimes you won't have time for that, but if you do. Alright. I'm doing the light. I'm what they call heavy-handed in the makeup world, so if I ever do your makeup, those of you watching, watch out. No, I'm just kidding, I'll be really easy on that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this contour. I'm going to go in with the middle shade again, this Kat Von D palette, this middle shade. Oh. And I'm just going to hit that again. Contour is really key on stage, but I've seen so many girls in so many pageants using this ashy color. Don't you use that ashy color for the stage. When the lights hit it, it turns gray, so don't use it. Okay. Here is where I shall bake. Okay, so now I'm going to take, you can take one of these little wedge things, and I'm going to go in, you can use, they call it Cody's powder. Like my mom used to use it way back when. That's a really good thing to use. You can get that at Walgreens for like $5. Or you can get this Ben Nye luxury powder. You're literally going to go under the eye, and you're going to leave this on your face. Okay? I know what you're thinking. Okay, so in squares under your eyes, you're going to go right here. And then hit that forehead just a little bit. Like I've said to you guys before, sometimes a lot of powder is going to make you crease and stuff like that, but they can't see your creases from the stage, so you just need to look glamorous. Pageants are not a time to try and go natural. Duh. Okay. So you're going to let that bake. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyes. After I do my eyes, then I'll go back in, because there's going to be some fallout because I'm going to use a lot of black. So that's why it's really good also to leave this on your face, to leave it baking. The more powder under there, the better. Okay, guess what? Pageant eyes, 3 colors. 3 colors, because you ain't got time for nothing else. Okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to prime my eyes with this MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. These are my own products that I'm using. That's why I'm using my hands. If I was doing it on somebody else, I wouldn't use my hands, but I'm doing it on my own face, and I can't find my brush. Okay, so you're going to go in, you're going to cover the whole lid. Like with the face, with the eyes also, the lights are going to be lighter, the darks are going to be darker. Okay. So go all the way down to your lash line. I'm also going to wear false lashes over my false lashes for the pageant look. People in my life still can't believe I did a pageant. That was so not my jam, but it so became my jam because I loved it. Because there's so much to the pageant, so much more to the pageant than like world peace. Like, no one has ever asked for world peace in a pageant. I don't know where they got that from. Okay, so I covered my whole lid. So now I'm going to go in with a MAC 224 brush. And y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna cover my whole top of my lid. Bobbi Brown white. Okay, my camera died. So I'm back. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do my blush. You wanna get a really standout blush color. I have this 6-pan MAC palette that I really like. I'm gonna go in with this and even a little bit of this. Even though I'm gonna wear red on my lips, I just want a blush that's gonna pop from the stage. So from the stage, you want them to see your cheeks, you want them to see contour, you want them to see your big pretty eyes. Okay. Also, because you don't want to get shiny, you want to keep some sort of translucent powder close by, because especially if it's like in Miss America, we're doing swimsuit, then we're doing talent, and then we're doing evening gown, and then we're doing onstage question. And when you go backstage, what you want to do is take, I'm using right now a Laura Mercier translucent powder. You want to take it and you don't want to put it like over your whole face. You want to kind of concentrate it where you're sweating. And go kind of lightly, because you want to keep the concentrated color on your face. Okay, now for lips. I like a bright lip for stage for pageants. Some people don't, and I don't know everything about pageants. I just got real lucky and won one. So who knows how or why. Okay, so well, rats, I have forgotten my oh, here's my lip pencil. I'm going to use a lip pencil because you really want to keep your color concentrated. You don't want it to bleed, even though no one can probably see it. This is Ruby Woo. It's a MAC lip pencil. I'm going to go and I'm going to line up. Okay, now I'm going to go in with just this classic Bobbi Brown Red. I like this color because it's kind of in between the tone family, and I think it looks great on anyone. I've worn this in probably almost every pageant that I've done, which are only Miss Kentucky and Miss America. I don't know why I'm acting like a honey boo boo child. Everyday glam for a pageant. You can add to, you can take away. I like bright dresses. I wore a red dress, like I said. But I think that this is a great look for stage. And I tried to keep it quick. Of course, I'm explaining it to all of you guys, so it's not as quick as I would like, but so that's that. And oh, hair tutorial. Okay. In the spirit of being real, since y'all complimented me on my, I say invest in a good weave. It ain't worth it. Oh, my mom's gonna kill me. Okay, I have to top it all off, right? It's pageant makeup. I gotta wear a crown, duh. Alright. Pull out the old trusty crown and banner to prove to you that they do crown crazy ones every once in a while. Make sure that you comment below and tell me what tutorial you want next, what you like. Follow me on the Insta and the Snapchat and the Twitter and the Facebook and all that. And thank y'all so much for your support. I love doing this and I'm so excited to do more. Bye!